Hey y'all, 4 o'clock on the clock on the wall, and you are at Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery in beautiful downtown historic Algiers Point, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Mark, I'm the owner here along with my wife Brenda, and just come in to join us, and we're going to do a little bit of glass magic today. Today we're going to do, first of all, the voice behind the camera is Darcy, so Darcy, come on over here. And we're going to show you, this is the piece that we made on Tuesday. It's a rice bowl. It's about 6 inches across or so. And it's just a new color combination I was working on. The light blue and gray, just nice soft colors. So that's that. So today we're going to be doing a square bowl. I had to have an order that I needed to do one, and what better time than now? So it'll be 3 layers, 3 gathers of glass, and color on the second gather, and blow it out to shape, and having fun. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome again. If you're new, in the comment section, you can write that you are new, and we have a nice group of people that follow us pretty consistently, so don't be shy. You can ask any question, any glass question you'd like in the comment, and Darcy will relay them to me, and I'll try to answer it the best as I can. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, if you're on a watch party, again, you can't comment on our wall. It has to be, you have to come to our page. And I think that's, if you're a parent, you're watching with your kid for like art project, which is a great idea. If your kid has a question, let me have it, and I'll try to answer it for your kid the best that I can. It's just something that I like to kind of what would be the word? I know it's teach, but I'd like to have this craft and art be appreciated by people of all ages. So getting the kids involved is really great. All right, so warm today. You see, shorts again. Okay, mid-70s in New Orleans, humid. Mosquitoes are still here.
Ugh.
And so, as always, we're hydrating and trying not to pass out.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't stay cold enough here to get the mosquitoes gone yet.
I wish. Just a couple freezes would do it. Alrighty. So we got people on there, Darcy?
We do. We've got some people, and Jerry Lynn says hi.
Hey, Jerry Lynn.
Woohoo.
You haven't been on in a while.
We missed ya.
Exactly. All right. So over to the furnace we go.
All right.
So this is my furnace. Inside the furnace is a ceramic bowl called a crucible. The crucible holds about 400 pounds of molten glass when it's full. Right now it's probably about 250 or so in there. And it's 2,050 degrees inside. So the glass is a liquid, the glass is molten. So the way we get it out of the crucible, out of the furnace, is on a blowpipe. And it's the same methodology that glass blowers have been using for over 2,000 years. So you see it's a little warm in there. So I'm going to rotate the blowpipe in the molten glass, and then come out with a little gob on the end. So that's called a gather. So I'm gathering the glass on the end of the pipe. And we're going to go back to my bench. And I will roll this on the steel table. The steel table is called a marver. And that helps me cool down the glass and shape it. It's an invaluable tool for a glass blower. And I'm going to do what's called an air trap. So the air trap, you blow into the end of the pipe and cover it with your thumb. The air is trapped inside. When it reaches the hot glass, it heats up and expands. And you'll see the bubble inside there? So it almost does it by itself. So that's going to be my first gather, and what we're going to do is we're going to let this cool off a little bit. Shape it one more time. We'll let this cool off. because this is going to be the support of the next layer on top. So the next gather goes on top of this, and if this is too hot, that second gather will superheat this up and it'll get really floppy. So we need this to be to be stable underneath and provide some stability to the next gather that's going on top. So what I do is I wait for this color on the end of the pipe. See, so now it's red. I'm waiting for it to get like a dark cherry red, almost all gone, and that'll tell me that the glass is hard enough to support the next layer.
So we've got a bunch of hellos. We've got Debbie Dusek-Holloman saying howdy from Texas.
Hey, Deb.
Christy Edwards made it. Hello, Christy.
Good.
Jerry Lynn said that she missed us too. Shaw said here, and that Barry is in Brooklyn and sends his best.
Oh, wonderful. We are taking attendance. Corey hasn't reported in yet, or Bobby, right?
Not yet. Jimmy Smith is here, says hello, Rosetree.
Hello, hello.
And Scott Betts said, afternoon from Pensacola, missing your classes with you.
We are missing having people.
And
okay.
Bobby is here.
Yep, Bobby's here. All right, so you see the color's gone, so I get my next gather on top and put my next layer on top, put some color on that.
And Patty Schacht said hi from Massachusetts.
Hey, Patty.
Hello, everyone.
Patty and I went, actually, I've known Patty. She's probably one of the people I've known the longest in my life.
Awesome.
Other than family, obviously. Patty and I went to elementary school together through high school.
Yeah, I believe Patty's been on before. Excellent. Welcome back, Patty.
And I want to give a shout out to Debbie Holman. She has Holman Pottery in Plano, Texas.
Oh, awesome.
And there's some really big, her and Tony do some great pottery. Really nice throne utilitarian wear. So if you need some pottery, give them a shout. So that's colored glass chips. So they stick to the glass when the glass is hot. If the glass isn't hot, they won't stick. So
Patty said, I'm proud and honored of that fact.
It's funny how Facebook has made it so lots of people reconnect and stay in touch.
And Debbie said, aw, thanks for the shout out.
I usually see Debbie every year in Philadelphia when we do our wholesale show there. And of course this year there is no wholesale show in person there. So I miss seeing my friends, and Debbie's among them. I'm just smoothing this out. And then I'm going to heat it up one more time and start doing the decoration on it. So this is a reheating chamber, and the reheating chamber is hotter actually than the furnace. And you can tell that by the color. This is more yellow than the furnace. The furnace is a little more orange. And being more yellow, it tells you that it's hotter. So it's about 100, 150 degrees hotter than the furnace. And it makes a big difference because it just heats up the glass a lot quicker. So I am going to use this ice pick, and I'm going to comb the decoration through the color. And then I'm going to heat it back up again and finish my decoration. I hope everybody's having a good day today.
Hopefully it's not quite as warm as we are.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't really... They say that we're supposed to be cooler than gathering here, which I don't see that.
No. Definitely not.
And just going to take and kind of comb it back the other way a little bit. And we get little swirls in the glass. Pretty little swirls. My Bob Ross voice.
Happy little swirls. Jerry Lynn said it's warm here too, but nothing too gross.
Yeah, that's Arizona.
Patty said it snowed a little here.
Up in Boston.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the middle of January. It's supposed to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even here, middle of January and February tend to be our coldest months here.
January's supposed to be.
And I'm in my summer workout gear right now. To be fair, it's a little warmer down here than it is.
Right. So I'm going to smooth those lines out because I'm going to get another gather on top. And if there are depressions in the gather, then those depressions will trap air, which will give me bubbles. And I really want bubbles where I intend to put them, not where I don't intend to put them. So I'm getting that bubble out a little bit more. And I'm going to heat up one more time.
Did I hear a beep or am I having a...
I heard it. I thought I heard it beep outside.
Okay. I always like to make sure that I'm not going crazy. More than usual.
Right. We have all our own levels of insanity. So that's all smoothed out. And again, now I have to let this cool off because this has to support the next layer on top.
Bobby said no comment
Insanity?
on everybody's
Insanity.
levels of insanity.
Yeah. All right, so you see the end of the pipe is real orange, so I have a little time. And you see the bubble inside. The bubble goes down about there, about where it changes direction. And I want a nice deep bubble in there, so when I blow out the piece, it blows out evenly. And again, I have to keep rotating it all the time on my bench. If I don't rotate it, gravity will take over and it'll start to droop.
Even when it gets to that level where if you tap it with your tool.
A little bit, and then then what will happen is you'll notice it after it cools off too much. And
Ah.
Okay. So I think we are ready to get our final gather on top. One more time to the furnace.
Once more into the fray. Jake Pfeiffer just got on and said, "Hey, Mark."
Hey, Jake. Jake's another glass artist who I usually see in Philadelphia when we're up doing the show. So I'm just using this color block. It's a wood block, and it's made out of. Most of them are made out of fruit wood, cherry wood, and the structure of the wood allows it to hold on to water better than other types of wood. So now the process is evening off the whole heat of the piece, making the heat even. So the middle before was cold, so now I have to heat the whole piece up and get the middle hot enough to move when I blow into it. always turn it while reheating.
So Jake was asking, can I give you a call and ask you a couple of questions about some technical stuff next week?
About
Technical stuff next week.
sure.
And he said, you are all awesome, by the way. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Kate. Okay, so that's pretty much the shape I want. And it's pretty much even temperature all through the piece. So I'm going to start flowing and shaping for the bowl. Jake just messaged me, and we can figure out a time to chat. It's not a problem. All right, going into it now. Doing that air trap thing again. So you see how it's starting to get wider towards the end of the pipe. And again, that's the air expanding when I blow into it. Do it one more time. So it does not take a lot of breath, as you can see. If you're blowing really, really hard, it's because the glass is too cold, and you shouldn't be blowing at that point anyway. So, the next step is going to be using a tool called jacks. And the jacks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a line next to the end of the pipe that we will use to take the piece off further down the road.
So Jake said, yay, thank you all. You're all a great inspiration. And that it sounds good to him to message you.
Great.
Corey came on, said twice in 1 week. Woohoo!
Okay, so I'm using these jacks to crimp a line in there. How much snow did you get in Colorado, Corey? Or have you been getting snow? We were talking about weather and you missed that class, so I'm going to ask you now.
Bobby did say, ask, has anyone ever asked about Mark's glasses? They do have a hippie vibe. I'd agree with that.
If you go that way, I can look over them. They're like rain glasses almost. I can look over them and see true colors and stuff.
So you can scold me like my mom did when I was a kid, and she'd pull her glasses down to the tip of her nose.
And when that happened, you knew you had to get out.
Especially when she would push them back up again. She always made sure to use her middle finger to push them back up.
Oh, God.
I didn't realize what she was doing until I was like 15. Yep.
Okay, so I'm blowing this out a little bit, shaping and blowing at the same time. Some people use a hose that they blow into. I didn't even learn using this. I developed the way I blow using this, so it's just easier for me to do this. And that way I don't have to have an assistant here blowing into the end of the pipe, which a lot of studios have. And this way I can just do things easily on my own, or easier.
Corey said not much here lately for snow.
But then again, I would think that you don't really have tourists skiing because people aren't traveling because of the COVID. So I'm heating the whole thing up. I need to get a little bit bigger. So I'm still working on my shape. Heating the whole piece up.
Now he was asking me if I made that Asheville trip yet. I have not. We were going to schedule it for September and go out, but the way this year has gone has kind of changed our plans, and we might have to do it for next year. We will see.
And then your dad.
No. Tish and I were gonna take like an art trip through and go to Asheville and.
We have some galleries up there.
Yeah. And no, I wanted to go see him and.
Okay, so now that the width is good, I'm going to flatten the bottom on it. That was a trip Brenda and I wanted to take too.
Well, you can't come with us. Don't ask.
I got rid of my kids. Thank you.
Bobby said it is beautiful, and I believe that.
I've been, but Brenda's not been, but I haven't been in years. So you see, just by turning the pipe, it kind of widens. So you have to take that into consideration also.
So Jimmy wants to know what the pad is that you're using for shaping.
That's a graphite impregnated cloth, so that it doesn't scar the piece.
And you have to get it wet before you
Yes.
use it each time?
Every other time maybe.
Yeah.
Just has to be. Again, this also rides on a layer of steam, like the block does, so it doesn't burn the fabric itself. So I'm just cooling this down because I'm going to transfer now. So the transfer is going to be, I'm going to get another rod with a little bit of glass on the end, stick it on the bottom, cut it off at my jack line that I put in steps ago, and then this whole piece will be on the punty rod. So that's the next step.
Jimmy said that was a mouthful, talking about the graphite infused blah 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 blah. I've already forgotten what it's called. That's it.
Alright, so this stays there while I go get the punty rod.
Awesome swirls in there. It's our cool mix in white. And just for anybody who came in a little late, this is the piece we made Tuesday.
Darcy.
I didn't do it. I did
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
not glass.
Thank goodness.
Alright, so now I come over. On my bench.
Corey said, why not use newspaper like the rest of us cheap people?
This newspaper is messy and ashy, and this isn't. So this is a diamond file with water, and that puts a shock through that jack line, and hopefully all goes right. That is off.
So smooth.
And then this goes back into the reheating chamber, and I get to work on the top part of the bowl.
All right. Bobby said that he loves that. The color over here, the color is really grown on him.
The new one.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, I really love it. If I thought I could get away with it, I'd take it home.
It's not purple.
I can like more colors than purple. I'm an artist.
I knew if I made it in purple, you would take it.
That's why you tried to keep it away. Either me or Jerry Lynn, one of us is going to end up with it if it were purple.
All right, so now I am doing what's called flashing the whole piece, and then coming back and just heating the top part of the piece really hard, so that the bottom of the piece, which is already the shape we want, stays solid, and the top part becomes malleable so I can shape it.
So Jimmy said that it is beautiful, the color. Tish said, is this another planter thing he's making, Tish, or the one we just showed? The one we just showed is the piece that we made from Tuesday. Jerry Lynn said, but purple.
Right?
And Bobby said, ooh, purple.
to answer Tish, anything can be a plant.
That is fair. That is absolutely fair.
And I'm just cutting off a little bit of the lip because sometimes the file leaves a little line in a piece, and most people won't notice it, but then again, I do. So that's why I cut it off.
Tish said she was referring to what you're making now.
This is a square bowl. It's more a centerpiece kind of piece.
Oh, but you could do like a little desert scene in there with some sand, and then get the succulents through. Oh, that would be nice.
So I'm always reheating the punty and coming out and just eating the top.
Bobby said that he thinks that we need to start a Darcy fan club page. Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate that. Eric Fanwick was asking, where's Bernie?
Bernie's been and gone, Eric. Bernie today is like Santa Claus. He's everywhere. But you never really see him.
Tish said, sorry that she was late, but succulents!
Right?
Succulents are the main kind of plant that I can keep alive. Everything else...
So Eric is another one of my friends from grammar school.
Oh, welcome, Eric.
Eric lived 2 blocks away from me growing up.
Nice. Bobby said, sand art.
You know, whatever you want to do with this when you get it home, that's fine with me. If you have no exciting ideas, I'd love to see pictures of them. We are at one point going to have a picture contest.
Ooh,
I think Debbie Holman was the one who turned me on to that.
nice idea. I like it.
Picture contest for her pottery, and I like the idea. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take these tweezers and just make these little.
Tish said we need to get you a microphone, Mark.
You can't hear me?
Probably just when you turn around. We've tried the microphone thing. It only wants to catch the fans.
And a clip-on mic with all the cords and everything sucks. I'll try
We
to
get all tangled.
and I'll try to talk this way.
It would make the 6 feet rule non-existent anymore for us. Because even though it looks like we get close, actually we do pretty good at not.
So again, I'm heating up the bottom part first, and then I'm heating the top to expand that. So hopefully I'll have 2 more reheats, and then final shape.
Tish said she's going to look into that. And Jerry Lynn said, get him some earbuds. Christy said, you need a Lady Gaga mic.
Bold. I don't know. J-Lo didn't have her sequin mic last night, did she? She had it at the Super Bowl. Gaga had her gold mic. Okay, so this is actually, it looks like a big rice bowl.
Mm-hmm. With pinches.
But not, when I finish it won't. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the lip up and spin the lip out and let centrifugal force take over.
Ooh, I hope Corey's still here for that.
So reheat the punching and just hard heat the top part. Again, keep spinning it so it stays on center. And you'll see the lips start to kind of move. That tells me it's getting plenty heat. Come out. I'm going to just spin it.
Ah.
And centrifugal force has widened it. And then I'm going to take it and make it a square, kind of.
Corey said floating a piece. Is that what that's called?
Never heard of that. Maybe in Colorado that's what it's called. Okay, so that's your square bowl. And I've already taken my final heat.
All right.
And we're gonna come over here to the crack off area. And if the punny is put on correctly, 1 or 2 hits should take it off. And I take a torch and the sharp parts that are left from the punty, I heat those up and smooth those out. Then I put on my handy dandy gloves, heat them up a little bit, and we're going into the back. Careful of that punny.
Yep, stepping over. Woo.
And that's where it's going to live.
Woohoo!
So that's called an annealing oven. And the annealing oven is 920 or so. It varies a little bit, but the piece goes in there uneven temperature because the lip was the hottest part, and so it evens off. It evens off in the annealing oven. Thank you. It's a UPS guy. I should have been like Mr. Rogers and had him come in the neighborhood. So the annealing oven evens off the temperature of the piece at 920 or so, and it slowly cools it down to room temperature over 16 hours or so. That relieves the stress in the piece, so it won't go from hot to cold too fast and crack. So, we have any questions?
So, well, Bobby said Mark is such an amazing artist.
Thank you.
And Tish said that Andy said he knows that Mark really wants to be a lamp worker.
I don't think my shoulders could take this thing.
Yeah.
You know, I have this shoulder's shot, so I don't think I could do that for a long amount of time. I do want to try it. Seriously.
We'll get you one of those harnesses that keep your
I don't think
shoulders back.
That much. I'd like to try it and actually make something.
You should.
Yeah. So that's it for today. I'm glad y'all came and spent some time with us. As always, you guys know. I mean, you know, I tend to be preaching to the choir. I know you people out there, our friends and followers, do shop small, shop with small businesses who really need your support at this point. So be vocal, shop local, and if you need glass, you know where to go. We're 24/7 at rosetreegallery.com, and Facebook, Rosetree Blown Glass, Instagram, Rosetree Glass Gallery, and all of these are put on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which is Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery.
Jerry Lynn did say that she can help with the lamp working part, by the way.
I know. Jerry Lynn has to come here. So
We're working on it every day.
Once traveling starts and or she moves here, we're all good with that.
Shaw said, thanks, Mark and Darcy.
All right, well, thank you all for coming. Have a great weekend. And as always, be good to one another, love one another, and we'll see you here on Tuesday. Take care.